They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Washington football team taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Rams ready to take over on offense, and they will do so behind the first overall pick in the 2016 draft. Now he's in season number 5 out of Cal. It's Jared Goff.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
4-yard line.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. On the give, this is Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Going to get this to Akers. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted.
Thomas Davis.
Picked up by Thomas Davis.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 34. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
He's brought down at the 37.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll make it 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Running into the kicker. Defense.
Come on, Nash.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there? On the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive. Haskins apparently not liking something in this situation. He signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's McKissick. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Haskins. And Thomas has it. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. It's really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because it took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Haskins out of the gun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the gun, Haskins. And that'll be Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Operating from the gun, Haskins. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Here's a handoff to Barber. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Peyton Barber, his sixth touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Goff. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Los Angeles.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
Brandon, I know it's hard to believe sometimes that a guy who was rated the top 5 running backs in the draft could be a little bit underrated, but I thought that about Cam Akers. One of my favorite runners in this draft. We just saw that ability right there. Great vision, terrific speed, has the power to run through tackles and make big plays. Remember, he was a #1 high school kid coming out. Now he's exhibiting that talent in the NFL.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A tough run there for Cam Akers, the rookie out of Florida State, and while he had some experience in that while in college, remember the Rams' offensive line was inconsistent last year too. They're trying to get better. But while he was in college, oftentimes he would hesitate maybe a little bit too long behind the line of scrimmage, looking for the big run. Here in the NFL, put your foot in the ground, get your shoulders down, and get what you can.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Second down and
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Rams nothing.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
No gain on.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
10 at the 48.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I guarantee you, they started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run with McKissick. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Barber. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Peyton Barber with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And Woods has it complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up.
But when you think of the Rams and their passing game, sometimes Robert Woods gets overlooked. But if I told you he led the team in targets for the last 2 years and had 139 last year, would you be surprised? Probably. But now with Brandon Cooks gone from the roster, they'll look in his direction maybe even more. And I just love the intensity that he plays the game with.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Rams.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Goff's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Goff. He wants Reynolds way downfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And does Washington have it? They do.
Goff's pass complete. A fumble on the play. Recovered.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A carry now for McKissick. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Terrell Burgess.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Shedding through the defense. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field.
Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run, and maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Up until the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee, you might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those types of numbers and beyond going forward.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Connection made here. Goff to Higbee. 9 yards, not quite enough. And they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. And the Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing again is gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff throwing again. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Extra bulk up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
A final shot before break here. Goff. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here is Washington now to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
A gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. You're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Logan Thomas.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Haskins going to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now here's Inman bringing in the pass. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
35-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
Defensively, Ogbanya Okoronkwo made the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some...
That he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
I'm shaking my head and chuckling a little bit now, although it's not funny for anyone trying to block Aaron Donald. But you know, all week long, they say to themselves, don't give up any sacks, and they just gave up one there. They double-team him, they triple-team him, they try and isolate and make sure that Aaron Donald can't get to their quarterback, and he always seems to find a way. He's not just a physical presence, he plays the game with a great football IQ.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
3rd and long, it's Smith. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And Hopkins hangs this one out to the right. Missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So that one will be accepted. Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all.
17.
That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
1st down, L.A. Goff finding Reynolds there.
And a Rams.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 31-yard line.
A gain of 11.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Los Angeles.
On 1st down, Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Collins made the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 22, Goff.
Goff's pass intended for Cooper Kupp. incomplete. It's third down and 1 yard to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 12-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
6-yard pickup.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Number 89.
Tyler Higbee. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Down at the 23.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
J.D. McKissick.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
49-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins, he gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Haskins, a quick throw into the hands of McLaurin. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
It's hauled in here by Edmond. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to him.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And there's another sack by Aaron Donald. No surprise to anyone. The 2-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, he could have easily been the 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not sure anyone in the league has a true answer for him. And one of the best parts about his game, the way he uses his hands. And he credits his high school coach for teaching him that hand placement early in his career.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Rams 20.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a throw here to his running back. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go again with McKissick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a game.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
29-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now left side on the swing pass. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A couple of second-year guys, Haskins to McLaurin for a Washington first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here we go with Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. This will be caught at about the 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. On the handoff, this is Barber. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Hopkins with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So Goff and the Rams down 27-24, 34 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's gone. That'll be caught by Cup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Down, Rams.
Goff now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington is going to win the football game.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final.
So a victory here for the Washington football.